Hi there boys and girls, excuse the cold, got a bit of a cold here. What I'm doing here is a bit of a Q&A session. Jeff Sutton dropped me a message or a question on one of my videos that I recently did, which was a 5-year review of the TC Nova system. And what he did was ask me an incredibly difficult question. And the question is, so what would you choose, the TC Nova system or the Helix? Now I replied to him, and as I was replying I was thinking, you know, this is probably going to make a good little short video because there's probably a few of you out there interested in what I think about this. So I've got my Nova system here, I've got my Helix which is actually packed up ready to go to a gig, so I'm just off to a gig right now. But I thought I'd do a little quick video to say, I don't know, it's a really tough question. Now I'll answer my thought process, because on the actual comment I think I eventually went with the Nova system, this, and I think I went with it primarily for sentimental reasons more than anything else. I've had this for 5 years, I've done hundreds and hundreds of gigs with this thing, I absolutely love it, but it has got a lot of faults which I've discussed in many videos, and if you're unsure please do go back and check my Nova system series of videos, particularly with things that I feel that the Nova system is missing. Since answering that question and posting a comment, and before I started doing this video, I've really been thinking really hard, and again, if it came down to a file, which one would I grab to take out? And again, I'm probably going to go with this, but as I've just said previously, because of sentimental reasons. If I put my logical head on, the Helix has everything that I've always wished the Nova would have, to an nth degree. I would have been happy with the Nova having just a few simple amp models like the TC Halcyon series has for the vocal effects. They get to have a few amp models, so you could just have this wonderful form, this wonderful unit. You could just select a basic amp model and a cabinet, boom. I'd be really happy with that. And the fact that, you know, if it had a wah built in, that would be great. If it had an auto wah built in, all these things that the Helix does to the nth degree. It's as I'm talking to you right now, I'm really struggling with my decision, because, you know, the Helix is actually pretty perfect. So why this one? Well, as I've said 3 times now, I think it's a sentimental decision. If I had the Helix for this amount of time, I'd probably be saying that. I really love my Helix, and the more in depth I go with it, the more I'm actually loving it. Maybe it's because I've got a longer association with TC Electronic. Again, see some previous videos, I'm not endorsed by them, they don't send me anything, they probably don't even know I exist. But I've always loved their products from about the last 20 years when I was working in music sales. You know, always they're quality products. Not to say Line 6 aren't. And this isn't a slate about Line 6. This is just my thought process, which you might be interested in. I suppose what pushes it just that little bit over the edge is I really love the analog drive in this. I've been experimenting with the Helix using an analog drive, and that sets it into a new league. Again, it's probably all down to psychoacoustics and bias and things that we've talked about previously on other videos, and it's my own thought process. This could be completely different from you. I'm not slating anything in the Helix. Again, like I said, I love it. I suppose if it was, what was the crowning glory of this is the reverb and the delay to my ears, and perhaps it's because, again, 20 years of using TC products, 20 years plus of using TC products, I love the sound of their delays and I love the sound of their reverbs, and delay and reverb are a big part of my sound, so that is probably what pips it over the edge. If there was a fire, I'm going to try and grab 2 along with all my guitars, obviously it's going to be, but in answer to your question, Jeff, it's the impossible question. At this point in time, right now, as I said, I'd probably pick this. Ask me in a couple of hours, I might pick the Helix. Don't take this as any kind of slight on any of the products. I've criticised the Nova in the past, and the Helix has all the things I wish the Nova had. If I'm going to slate both units, the tuners in both of them are awful. So always got to have a separate tuner. TC has, you know, the Polytune. I wish that was in here. I really do. I wish they'd just update this, and they could probably, if they updated this, put in a few amp models, put in a wah pedal, or at least an expression pedal of some description, some wah functionality, and a decent tuner, I'd buy this every single time. But I have the Helix, I love the Helix, and I'm now off to a gig where I'm going to use the Helix. Hope that answers your question, Jeff. Probably not. If anyone else has got any other questions, please do fire away. I look forward to hearing from you. Catch you later. Hi there, boys and girls, Brucie here. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you're a guitar player, please do check out my guitar creativity book. You can see a link here. It's packed full, jammed full of different types of lessons which are going to get you thinking outside the box, thinking differently about the guitar, thinking about your approach to the guitar. Very much in line with some of the lessons I've got on my channel, so please do check out the book. And if you don't want to check out the book, then click subscribe and get more free content from me. Catch you later.